talking about the launchers on PC, Jagex do have their own launcher, which I don't think that many people use because there are third-party launchers which are superior in many ways. I think Runelite is one of the most popular ones. In fact, there was an old advert, I think around Christmas time, the kind of side banner ads, and it was for old school RuneScape, and there was a regular style character sat at an old CRT monitor, one of those big deep ones, playing on RuneScape. But if you looked carefully at the actual image, that launcher was Runelite, because there was a very distinctive right-hand column, which is all the Runelite add-ons and changes. The official launcher from Jagex is lacking in quality of life features, and with the increasing amount of daily or weekly tasks, the complexity of quests, the desire to be able to mark tiles, playing on a third-party launcher is almost encouraged. It's almost required now by the majority of the player base. How are you designing around that, and what steps are you taking to bring the Jagex launcher up to the quality of the third-party launchers?
It certainly gives you a better experience, that is for sure. So it's not necessarily the point of being required, but it's so much in your favor to do so that, yeah, absolutely, most people play on Runelite, most of the community recommend to each other to play on Runelite, and most of us at Jagex play on Runelite when we're at home playing the game. And to me, this kind of comes back to what this game's about. It's like the community is so at its core. And the fact that they've been able to, take a client this far, add all these features that obviously enhance your experience of the game. I mean, that's wonderful. But obviously, it's something that we've also embraced. So if you do download the sort of Jagex launcher, you can click on, you can select a client from it and actually just boot up Runelite from within our launcher, but still have all the benefits of using the Jagex launcher at the same time. So this is something we want to embrace because, yeah, it makes the game better. It's benefiting us as well as the community. But at the same time, we just talked about mobile. Mobile lacks access to a lot of these awesome features like marking tiles or whatever it is. So we've also been investing in bringing a lot of these features into our newer client, which is rather than being built in Java, which is outdated tech for running a client in, we have a native client in C++ that is now available through Steam, through our mobile platforms, and we're starting to add these features. So you can mark tiles on this client. You can get the clue scroll helper on this client. And we're slowly also bringing these features, obviously now, because they're on that client, also across the mobile. So the mobile experience is so far better today than it was last year, just because we've been going through and adding some of these features. So we're very much learning from a lot of the things that Runelite have done as well. And we're trying to bring it up to a standard where more of our players have access to these things, because damn right, the game's better with them than without them.
I think we've seen a lot of very positive player outcry when, I think it was the HD, 117's HD, and there was some kind of legal trouble with that, but then they went, release the HD, and everyone went, okay, cool, let's put this out, it's really good. And it has massively increased the general appeal. Like when someone says to me, hey, are you playing RuneScape? That looks amazing. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing it through this. Elena, are there any things that you've ever seen people add to third-party clients and you thought, we need that? We need that right now. Or you've seen and thought, we don't need that, but I'm going to take that as inspiration and make something kind of better with it.
Yes and no. So we have a dedicated team who works solely on the client itself. And I'm not part of that team, so I'll be speaking for them, I suppose. But one of my favorite plugins, and everyone's going to hate me for this, but it's the Quest Helper plugin, because the first time I'm doing a quest, I'm doing it without any guides. I love quests the first time.
Yes.
I hate them the second time. I just want it done. I just want to get to the rewards. I want to get to the area that the quest unlocks, or whatever it is, I want my quest cape. The second time around, I would want the Quest Helper. I think it's such a nice way, a nice quality of life to just be able to kind of speed through that quest and really be able to do it. But I would want us to, if we're doing it, if only we could have like an account bound thing across accounts almost. Like, let's say you had a Jagex profile, and on the Jagex profile it said, okay, you've completed Morning's End, so next time you do Morning's End, you can use the Quest Helper, right? Something like that would be best, in my opinion, but, I mean, that's quite far out.
No, that's great. I don't know anyone that did Morning's End Part 1 or Part 2 without having Tippet or Rune HQ or Rune Wiki open on a second monitor and just being like, right, step 47, turn this crystal, step 48, run down here. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're right. No one is thrilled to do rat catchers for the second time. I mean, to be fair, no one's thrilled to do it for the first time. But I get the idea that it's such a boon to the community to be able to have that.